Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Philippines. So welcome to Cebu 3rd DEO, DPWH Cebu 3rd DEO base in Toledo City. So this afternoon, we are scheduled to have our pre-bidding for civil works scheduled November 20, 2024. But before we start, may I request everybody to please arise and pause for a moment for a prayer.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from
Okay, so back here in our room, conference room of Cebu 3rd DEO. So before we start, again, I would like to reiterate the BOC composition for Cebu 3rd DEO for the year 2024 and 2025. So yours truly is Engineer Ray Navales, the Assistant DE, likewise the BOC Chair for this CY 24-25. And within our room, we have here our BOC members also. On my in the extreme left is a member, Engineer Alfie Las Puña, and on his left side is the Chief of the Planning and Design Section, Engineer Pritzi Ortiga. And also we have online Engineer Dali Armirol, Chief of the Construction, and Engineer Lisel Amamio, the Chief of the Maintenance Section. And of course, we have here members of the BOC Secretariat and the technical group with us. Also, engineers from the Planning and Design Section, and they're going to assist us in the discussion of the details of plans and the program work. So without much ado, I will just read there are about 1, 2, 3, 4 projects comprises of a flood control, then we have a multi-purpose building, and 2 road construction. No? So first one, we have contract ID 25HF0015, and this is about the construction of flood mitigation structure at Ginabasan River, Barangay Bago, Astoria, Cebu. And with a contract duration of 326 calendar days, and the approved budget of the contract is 144,750,000 pesos. For the next, we have 25 contract ID 25H F0029. And this is about the construction of multi-purpose building Barangay Carmen, Toledo City, Cebu, with a contract duration of 110 calendar days, and the approved budget of the contract is 4,950,000 pesos only. The third one, we have the construction of road Barangay Kamansi, Tuburan, Cebu, with a contract duration of 46 calendar days, and the approved budget of the contract is 4,950,000 pesos. And lastly, the fourth one, we have contract ID 25H F0037, and this is all about the construction of road Barangay Monte Alegre, Turan, Cebu. The contract duration is also 46 calendar days, while the approved budget of the contract is 4,950,000 pesos only. So, without much ado, we are going to start with 0015, the construction of flood mitigation structure, Ginabasan River, Barangay Bago, Astoria, Cebu. And we'd like to request the planning and design section, who will discuss in toto the plans and the program of works on scope of work of this project. So you may have the floor, planning and design.
Good afternoon, everyone.
So we have Engineer Alpi Lasponia who will be discussing this project. Okay, take it away.
Good afternoon, everyone. For project construction of flood mitigation structure, Ginabasan River, Barangay Bago, Astoria, Cebu. There are two station limits, left side and right side structure. Total length of this project is 877 lineal meters. For Part A, facilities for the field engineer, we have provision of field office for the engineer. Second is operation and maintenance of field office for engineer. And for Part B, other general requirements, we have permits and clearances. It includes the payment for the environmental clearances, project billboard or signboard, which includes billboard for COA, occupational safety and health program, mobilization and demobilization, detour or access road. This includes the rental of the lot. So for flood and river control and drainage, for Part LA, earthworks, we have clearing and grubbing, individual removal of trees furnishing and transplanting, embankment from excavation, embankment from barrow. And for bank and slope protection works, we have concrete slope protection, furnishing of steel sheet pile, grade 40, and steel sheet piles driven, grade 40. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Laspunya. So we go now to the next one. We will be integrating the discussion of the construction methods now. So afterwards, we have discussed the planning aspect of the work, of the detailed estimate and the plans. So we are going to proceed with contract ID 25HF0029, the construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Carmen, Toledo City, Cebu. And this will be discussed by Engineer Labrador, Joshua Labrador from the Planning and Design section.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will discuss the Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, Multipurpose Building or Facilities to Support Social Services, the construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Carmen, Toledo City, Cebu. The total duration of the contract is 110 calendar days and the ABC is 4,950,000. I will discuss the scope of works of the project. First part, we have the facilities for the engineer. It is composed of provision of field office for the engineer rental basis and operation and maintenance of field office for the engineer. Next part, we have the other general requirements. First, we have the permits and clearances. Next, the project billboard or signboard. Next, the occupational safety and health. And last is mobilization slash demobilization. Next part, we have the earthworks. First item is the removal of structures and obstruction. Next part, the next item is the structure excavation common soil. We also have an item for embankment from structure excavation common soil. And last item for this part is the gravel fill. Next part, we have the reinforced concrete. We have structural concrete 3,000 PSI Class A 28 days. Structural concrete 4,000 PSI Class A 28 days. We also have reinforcing steel deformed grade 40 and grade 60. And last item for this part is the formworks and false works. Next part is the finishing and other civil works. First, we have the catch basin, CHB. We also have sewer line works, storm drainage and downspout, pipes with fittings connection. We also have an item for our septic vault, CHB. We also have plumbing fixtures. For our ceiling, we're using 4.5 mm thick metal frame fiber cement board. We also have an item for our finishing hardware. Next, the fire-rated fire exit steel door. Low. For our main doors, we have aluminum frame glass doors, wing type, aluminum glass doors. For our windows, we have aluminum glass windows owning type and aluminum glass windows fixed type. We also have jalousie windows glass. Next item is the frames, which is composed of jam, seals, head, transom. Hello. We also have doors flash. Next item is the glass and glazing. For our roofing, we have fabricated metal roofing accessory flashing gauge 26. We also have pre-painted metal sheets above 0.427 mm rib type long span. Next is the waterproofing cement base. For our flooring, we have glazed tiles and trims and unglazed tiles. For our floor finish, our finishes, we have cement floor finish plain. We also have cement plaster finish. For our painting, we have painting works masonry or concrete, painting works wood, and painting works steel. Next, the reflective insulation. For our wall, we have CHB non-load bearing, including reinforcing steel, 100 mm thick. We also have CHB non-load bearing, including reinforcing steel, 150 mm thick. Next is the lower block. For our metal structures, we have metal structure accessories, bolts and rods, turnbuckle, sag rods, cross bracing, and steel plate. For our structural steel, we have structural steel trusses, structural steel purlins. And last item for this part is our railings. Next part is the electrical works. First, we have the conduits, boxes, and fittings for our conduit works and conduit roughing ins. We have an item for wires and wiring devices. Next, panel board with main and branch breakers. Next, the current transformer and lighting fixtures. Next part, last part is our mechanical. First, we have the oscillating fan, wall fan, exhaust fan, ceiling cassette, fire extinguisher, 4.54 kilogram ABC with bracket, and fire alarm system. So that would be all for the construction of multi-purpose building in Barangay Carmen, Toledo City, Cebu.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Joshua Labrador. So that's it for 0029. Next, we go now to 25H F0036. And this is about the construction of road, Barangay Kamansi, Tuburan, Cebu. And this will be discussed by, again, from the Planning and Design section by Engineer Ronald Batan. Lobat. Kira na. Kira na. Ako to, sir.
Hello. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Sir Adi. And I'll be discussing the 25HF 0036 project name, Convergence and Special Support Program, D6 Infrastructure Program across roads and slash or bridge from the national roads leading to major and strategic public buildings, facilities, construction of road, Barangay Kamansi, Tuburan, Cebu. And location of this project, Barangay Kamansi, Tuburan, Cebu. Project net length 298 meters and 46 days calendar days. Sorry. For the item involved of this project, in part A, facilities of the engineer, we have the provision of field office for the engineers. And for the next part B, other general requirements, we have here permits and clearances. Next, the project billboard, signboard. Next, the occupational safety and health program. Next, the traffic management. Next, the mobilization/demobilization. And in the next part C, earthworks, we have here the individual removal of trees. And the next one's surplus common excavation. And the next, embankment from roadway, structural excavation, common soil. And for the next, subgrid preparation of common soil. And for the next part, this part D, sub-base and base course. We have the aggregate sub-base course. And for the next part A, surface courses. The Portland cement concrete pavement and reinforced 0.20 thickness, 24 days. And for the part J, drainage and slope protection structures. We have here the reinforced steel grade 40 and the next structural concrete 20.68 megapascal class E. This is for the catch basin proposed. And for the next item, we have the line canal, stone masonry. And also for the slope protection, stone masonry. And for the last part, we have the part H, miscellaneous structures, the reflectorized thermoplastic pavement marking white and yellow. That would be all for this project.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Ronald Batan. So we now go to the last 25HF0037. It is about the construction of road again, road at Barangay Monte Alegre, Tuburan, Cebu.
And for the contract ID 25HFs 0037, the Convergence and Special Support Program, Infrastructure Program, access roads and bridge from national roads leading to major strategic public buildings facilities, which is the construction of road Barangay Monte Alegre, Tuburan, Cebu. This project composes of two sections. A total project length, we have 246 meters, and project duration of this project is 46 calendar days. For the item involves this project in facilities in part A, facilities of the engineers, and in part B, other general requirements. We have here the permits and clearances. Next, the project billboard signboard. Next, the occupational safety and health program. Next, the traffic management. And last, mobilization and demolition of this part. And part C, which is earthworks. We have the individual removal of trees. And also we have a removal of actual structures, 15 thick wheel path structures. And the next part, we have the surplus common excavation. And the next is the embankment from roadway structural excavations, common soil. And the last part, subgrade preparation, common material. And for the next part D, we have the sub-base and base course, aggregate sub-base course. And in part A, surface courses, we have the Portland cement concrete pavement and reinforced 0.20 thick. And for the last, for part G, drainage and slope protection structures, we have the stone masonry for the slope protection. And for the last part, we have part H, miscellaneous structures, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement marking yellow and white. Thank you. That would be all for this project, sir.
Okay, thank you, Batan, Engineer Batan. So we go now to the construction, and do we have okay, so just okay, so the signal of Engineer Dali from the construction chief is low, so we cannot invite him. No? So we will just proceed, and I will just give some reminders regarding the dropping of our bids, no, for the participants and those who are interested to participate in this bidding. Please be reminded of the requirements. No, you have to fully comply the requirements, especially your bidding proposals. No, the financial and the technical should be completed. No, so that you will not be warned, and perhaps there are 3 warnings. So yeah, 3. So you will be later on you will be disqualified, no, to participate the bidding. So in order to prevent this, we have to study, no, the review our documents before we try to drop this on the bidding date. And secondly, as what I've mentioned last time by our construction chief, that the accreditation of project engineers for contractors is not yet observed. This will be observed by June 2025. So there's still time to recruit, no, accredited project engineers for the contractors, so that everything would be okay. Because right now we have the accreditation only on the DPW side engineers, and there is a policy that it should be both sides. No, the contractors, engineers, and the DPW engineers should be all accredited. And we understand, the department understand that we have limited project accredited engineers for the contractors. So they the DP or the department give us give you time, no, the bidders to invite or acquire these project engineers accredited. So by June 2025 is already the final implementation of this policy. So I think we have nothing more to discuss. So we will see on the bidding date, December 2. So again, the dropping will be 10 o'clock, and right away, and after 2 p.m. will be the opening of bids. So I think that would be all for this afternoon. So I would like to thank everybody, those who are will be viewing this later. So just review what have been discussed, and see you on December 2. So good afternoon, everyone. Have a fine day now today, a nice day here in Cebu. So see you December 2, and God bless us all. Good afternoon. Hello. Time check now is exactly 3:15, 3:15 p.m.